There is a secret so profound that once you understand it, the entire meaning of your dreams will change. Seeing the dead in dreams, almost everyone experiences this. Some call it coincidence. Some feel fear, others feel only longing. But Ibn Arabi said, "This is neither coincidence nor imagination. It is a door that God Himself opens for you." So, where does this door lead? Are the dead really sending us a message, or is something else happening behind the veil? Tonight, we walk through that mystery, guided by what Ibn Arabi revealed in Futuhat al-Makkiyah, the Meccan revelations. My dear friends, my beloved brothers and sisters, how many nights have you awakened and said, "I just saw my father," or whispered, "I dreamt of my mother again"? How many mornings have you tried to remember her words, only to feel regret as they faded away? Maybe even now you recall a dream, your grandfather standing before you, his face radiant and alive, his hand warm in yours, his voice exactly as you remember. It felt real. It was real, but not in the way you think. Because Ibn Arabi was not only a scholar, he was a saint, a man of direct experience, a seer who spoke from what he saw. And in the 368th chapter of the Meccan Revelations, he explained in detail what truly happens when the dead appear in our dreams. He wrote, "When people see the dead in dreams, they think they are seeing that person, but they are speaking with an angel. Yes, an angel. You think you saw your departed father, but in truth, an angel appeared to you in his image and likeness. Why? Because, as Ibn Arabi explains, the souls of the departed dwell in Barzakh, the realm between worlds, and between the earthly world and Barzakh stands a mighty veil, a barrier so vast that the dead cannot cross it. The Quran itself says, 'Before them is a barrier until the day of resurrection.' The departed remain there in the subtle world of the hereafter until the end of time. They cannot return to the realm of matter, but God, in His mercy, can send a messenger in their place. So when you dream, it is not the soul of the dead that visits you. It is an angel bearing their likeness. He carries their voice, their gestures, even the fragrance of their presence. And why would God design such a mystery? Because the dead no longer rule this world. They live under the laws of the next. If their true form were to appear before you, you could not bear it. Your body, bound to earthly limits, would tremble. So, through mercy, the angel becomes a bridge, a translator between worlds, protecting you while conveying the message. Imagine your father who has passed on. In the realm of spirits, he may now shine with divine light, walking in gardens you cannot imagine, conversing with angels. If such a being appeared to you directly, you might not even recognize him. So God commands, "Let an angel take his familiar form, so that you may recognize and be comforted." This, Ibn Arabi says, is a mercy beyond measure. For when you miss your loved ones, when longing becomes too heavy, God answers that longing gently. He sends a messenger in their image, so your heart may rest for a while. And these angels do not only appear, they speak, and what they say carries great meaning. Ibn Arabi taught, "When you see the dead in a dream, pay close attention to their words. It is never random. It is a message from God, delivered through the form you love most." And what are these messages? He listed 7 kinds, each one a revelation hidden within the dream. The first message, a call for prayer. If you dream of someone who has passed away and they look troubled, or ask you to pray for them, know that their soul in the realm of Barzakh is seeking your help. Ibn Arabi said, "When you see such a dream, do not delay. Pray for them immediately. Give charity in their name. Recite the Quran and gift them the reward. Because in that moment, your prayer becomes a bridge, a light that reaches them beyond the veil." The second message, good news. If the one you love appears radiant, smiling, dressed in light and peace, it is God showing you their well-being. Ibn Arabi said, "Be grateful, for this is their way of telling you, I am in mercy, I am at peace." And when they pray for you, say Ameen with all your heart. The third message, a warning. Sometimes the departed come not to comfort, but to caution. They might tell you, "Do not go there," or "Be careful." Ibn Arabi said these are divine alerts. The souls in Barzakh perceive what you cannot, and through angels they warn you. The fourth message, reconciliation. If you dream of a deceased loved one saying, "Forgive me," or if you find yourself asking their forgiveness, know that the time for peace has come. Ibn Arabi said, "When you wake, pray immediately. O Lord, clear the rights between us, forgive me and forgive them." That prayer cleans the space between two worlds. The fifth message, farewell. Sometimes the dead appear silent. They embrace you, gaze deeply into your eyes, and say nothing. Ibn Arabi said, "This is a farewell, a test for your heart, a preparation for something you must soon release." It means, be ready. You may be asked to let go again. The sixth message, guidance. When the departed hand you a book, show you a place, or point you towards something, Ibn Arabi said, such dreams are related to knowledge. They call you toward wisdom, worship, and right action. And the seventh, the spiritual visit. Sometimes they don't speak at all. They simply appear, silent, serene, watching. Ibn Arabi said, "This is not a dream of words, but a visitation of presence." The angels, with God's permission, bring their form to you as a moment of divine nearness. But there is something more Ibn Arabi revealed, something subtle yet vital. The time of the dream matters. He wrote, "The truest dreams come in the hours before dawn. For at that time, the devils have no power, and the angels rule the night. Dreams before morning," he said, "carry truth. Dreams in the deep of night are often mixed and clouded because the ego is restless and the whisperers are awake. And the dreams seen on Friday nights, these are special. For that night, angels descend in great numbers, and divine mercy fills the air. Take heed of your Friday dreams," Ibn Arabi wrote. "They are blessed. So too are the dreams seen on sacred nights, Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power, the nights of Raghaib and Miraj. In such nights, the veil between worlds softens, and the conditions of the departed may be revealed to you. And what should you do when you awaken from such a dream?" Ibn Arabi's counsel is clear. Wake gently and pray for them. Say, "O Allah, forgive them with your mercy. Illuminate their grave. Raise their rank in the next world. Give charity in their name. Feed the poor. Ease someone's burden. Recite Fatiha, Ikhlas, Falak, and Nas, and gift the reward to their soul. If there was conflict between you, pray for reconciliation, and do not tell your dream to everyone, only to those sincere in faith. Because God showed you that dream for a reason, maybe to teach you, maybe to warn you, maybe to remind you that love never dies, It only changes its form. Ibn Arabi warned of 3 common mistakes. First, the belief that the dead can harm the living. He said, "False. The dead cannot harm you. If you see something frightening, it is not them. It is a deception of the ego or the whisperer." Second, the belief that seeing the dead is an omen of misfortune. He said, "Ignorance. To see the dead is not misfortune, it is mercy, a gift from God." And third, that every dream is true. "No," he said, "some dreams are from the ego, some from the whisperer, and some from God. How do you tell the difference? If it fills you with fear, it is from the whisperer. If it tempts you toward sin, it is from the whisperer. If it calls you toward prayer, reflection, or peace, it is from God. If it leaves you in tranquility, it came from the most merciful." And so, my dear listener, Ibn Arabi taught us this. To see the dead in dreams is to speak with angels, and those angels, by the permission of God, are bringing messages of mercy to your waking heart. Every message that comes through a dream is sacred. It must be honored, not forgotten. When you see the departed, pray for them, give charity, recite the Quran, because in that moment, you are chosen to deliver light into Barzakh. The truest dreams, Ibn Arabi said, are those seen just before dawn, when the devils fall silent and the angels rule the horizon. To see the dead is not misfortune. It is a mercy, a gift from the one who lets hearts meet beyond time. And remember Ibn Arabi's golden saying, "A dream is a letter from the unseen. Whoever reads it with the heart finds truth. Whoever ignores it loses the message." So tonight, before you sleep, whisper this prayer. "O Allah, show me true dreams, forgive our departed ones, allow reconciliation between them and us, and gather us all together in your paradise. Ameen." If this message reached you, share it. For there is someone out there who misses a loved one tonight and needs to know that God still lets hearts speak across worlds. Write in the comments, "Allah have mercy on them," because even one prayer from you can become light in someone's grave. Stay close, my friends. I'll see you in the next video, and may peace rest upon your sleep.